Welcome to Untamed Blossoms, the podcast where we celebrate the untamed journey of womanhood. Here, we tell the stories of incredible women who have embraced their authenticity, inspiring others to do the same.
From entrepreneurs to artists, activists to adventurers, we share triumphs, challenges, and the beauty of self-discovery. These are the stories of women blazing their own trails, breaking free, and blooming unapologetically.
Join us to connect, be inspired, and celebrate the power of women's stories. Together, let's rewrite the rules and embrace our wildness.
Welcome to Untamed Blossoms. I'm your host, Amanda Riley.
And I'm Cristi Riley. Welcome to the show, everybody.
We have Willie in the studio with us today.
My doggy's in the studio, and he is menacing per usual. We're still under a year old, and he is wild today.
At least he has a toy now.
So if you hear him in the background, or we have to stop and go chase him, he's got something he's not supposed to.
At least now it's not a toy. It's a toy and not a baby doll's face or a box of tissues.
It is a toy that's meant for him,
Yeah.
so that's upon it. That's a bonus.
Yeah.
Plus, he's losing his baby teeth now, so now he's randomly bleeding everywhere, and there's teeth laying out. It's disgusting.
It's really disgusting and fun at the same time.
It's very Halloween-y.
Very spooky season.
Very
of him.
spooky season of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I wore my spooky season earrings today.
I love them.
I
know. It looks cute with your new sweatshirt.
Thank you. My mom got me these earrings. She gets me spooky
Adorable.
socks and earrings.
You know, she knows the way to your heart.
That's all I need. That's all I need. And you thankfully made some tea because I'm trying to wean off my 600 milligrams of caffeine a day.
That's a lot of caffeine.
I'm down to 200, which
Good
I feel
job.
like that is
Good job.
crazy hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, so hack you should make note of is at home now, since we grind our own beans.
Yeah.
So now our coffee is half and half.
You mix it with decaf.
I mix it with decaf. And so it's half the caffeine. And so I just have been slowly introducing more decaf.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing without the coffee, and I still have the ritual. But I do feel like my migraine on Monday was
Caffeine induced. That's what's hard is it's not like I do drink coffee in the winter in the summer, but I mostly drink my energy drinks and pre-workout.
Right.
And then I'll have coffee later. I'll have iced coffee later. But I find myself in the winter, like I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah. You want the hot.
The hot.
Yeah.
So I do drink tea too, though. I drink tea at night and I have a kettle and
Willie.
so I do drink tea in the evenings, but it's that morning coffee. I'm like, I need it.
I know. And the decaf really is not terrible. I found a good decaf, and so we're happy with it for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's allowed us to wean slowly without feeling like we're not giving it up at all.
I just think it's almost not almost. It is harder for me right now to give up caffeine than it was for me to give up alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually long term it'll be a lot easier than like the months after quitting. But like when I said I'm not drinking, I just said, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
And
then it was hard later. But right now that it's just feeling rough.
Listen, I understand. And I thought, why am I having a migraine? And then I realized, yeah. And I don't have a lot of caffeine. I don't drink coffee during the day. So I have my 2 cups in the morning, and then that's it.
Cristi did the nicest thing for me today. We went to see RuPaul's Drag Race
Work
the World Tour.
Uh-huh.
And Roxy Andrews was one of my nemesis drag queens. I did not love her because she treated Jinx Monsoon really badly in her first season.
Right.
She has since redeemed herself many a time over. I was holding a grudge.
You did say that before the show.
I was holding this grudge because of that. So when we went to the show, I was trying to let myself enjoy her presence because she is wonderful. It was a long time ago. It's fine, but I was having trouble. But then she came out in the most beautiful, sparkly pink dress.
Yes. In one of the finales. In the finale.
In the finale.
Yeah.
And Cristi found me a pink, sparkly dress. It makes me look like a cupcake.
You do. You look exactly like a cupcake.
And I am so thankful
You
for
look so adorable in it.
I'm going to wear it everywhere.
You said
Grocery shopping,
The reason I went looking for it is in the middle of the show. First of all, watching Sarah Wren and Amanda Riley at a drag show has to be one of the biggest joys of my life. Honestly.
Face was killing me afterwards.
Yes.
Smiling.
The two
so
of
hard.
you, every time I looked over,
it was like
just beaming, smiling from ear to ear, just pure joy. And it was so great. And this was their birthday gift. This was my gift to them for their birthdays. And we had a great night, great time. And so when you said, if I had a dress like that, I would wear it everywhere. I took that to heart. And I was like, wow, this is her Christmas gift. This is what I'm getting her for Christmas. But then when I got it, I was like, I can't keep it. How
am I supposed to hold on to this for 2 more months?
Until Christmas. So when I found it, I was like, I need you to try this on to see if it really fits or if the hunt continues.
And it fit
like a glove perfectly. And it looks amazing on you. And now we might have to come up with an event just so you can wear it.
I don't think I've ever received a piece of clothing from someone else that fit me like that. I was like, whoa.
I looked really hard. We both share, busts that are busty.
We
are curvy girls, y'all. And so I kind of know the same, the way the things that I would look for in a bust line. And then I know that you like things that are twirly.
Yeah.
So
love a good twirl. Love a good twirl moment.
You love twirls and you love sparkles. You love hot pink. And I know what the bust line needs to look like. And all of those things. This dress checked all the boxes.
You really met my love language. And it's funny because this week's list is relationships, love, and family.
Right.
And I do think love languages, right? Everyone knows them. And I think mine's physical touch. However, the biggest love language for me is when someone really gets me and then gets me something or does something for me that is so specific to my personality. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, she likes pumpkins, so here's a pumpkin. Although so nice.
Right.
But when someone really gets something in my psyche and then it shows up, I'm like, oh my God. This is for me.
This is awesome.
So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
You met a deeper love language for me.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was
I
very
love
nice.
you.
I love you.
I feel like we all just desperately want to be seen. And in that moment you feel like, wow, somebody has really seen me in this moment. And you love that, right?
Yeah.
And watching the two of you in that show, literally, I got as much joy watching the two of you as watching the show for reals. Like I have pictures.
Hung open
I don't know that I
time.
sent them all to you, but I kept taking pictures of the two of you incognito, I'd be like, and it was just so great. The whole thing was great, and watching you guys watch that.
That's
show.
the nicest gift.
I have tried to get really involved in RuPaul's RuPaul's Drag Race show. I got through one season. It was hard for me. The bickering is hard for me.
Yeah.
But I love
the
drag
pageantry of
shows.
it all.
I love the makeup and the pomp and circumstance and it's such artistry that I love all shows. So for me, the show part of it was great. Them going out and seeing their outfits and what they put together and how they do their makeup, and that was amazing. If I could delete all the other parts of it, I didn't love that
TV
part.
show,
It's a TV show.
But drag is an art. Drag is a performance. Drag is, a political stance. It's all these things. So it was just so great that you gave us the gift to see it in person and then support the community.
Yeah, it was we had such a great time. And I will go to any drag show anytime with anyone. I love
Put
it.
that out there.
Just saying, if you need a +1, here for you.
It's funny because a part of, again, how I feel loved is I really enjoy going to performances. I have found so many bands, artists, singers, whatever, just from people saying, do you want to go to this concert? I don't know who they are. I'm like, yeah, totally. I went and watched a Mariachi El Bronx, a mariachi band from the Bronx.
What?
And it was one of the coolest.
I bet.
And it was in the little, it's like the little bar venue, the R bar maybe, next to the LC.
Yeah.
Whatever that's called now. It was just mind blowing. So I don't know, watching performance, or when someone sends me a song or a video of performance and they're like, oh my gosh, this reminded me of you. I am what an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this performance and saying she would love this, even if you don't know if I know who they are. But I feel like I present a vibe of things, and when people send me that, I feel very loved.
Well, I think you're easy to include in that because you have such an eclectic love of music that you love all the things. If I sent you some sort of yodeling thing, I'm like,
hell yeah, yodeler.
You'd be like, yeah, yodeling. I fucking love it.
Sure.
Are they in concert somewhere? I go see them. Let's go. Like that's the cool thing about you. It's one of your things I love about you the most.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
How
was this list for you? How did you feel about it?
This one was easy for me.
Yeah. I could have gone on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I was like, when do I cut this off?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It was pretty easy. I didn't need any assistance. I didn't need any prompts. I went through pretty quickly and came up with them, and probably could have continued. So
I love relationship, family. I mean, for twos, for people who are also manifesting generators, like to do a lot of things and be everywhere, take care of people. Like, I just feel like it was a pretty easy thing to come up with because it's us pouring into other people. But I did try to also think about what's important to me and what do I want, because it was easier to be like, here are all the things I want to make sure I do for other people in my lifetime.
I purposely did a section of self-love.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
There was a section of self-love and how to show up for myself differently and in a loving way. And
share some of them.
Okay.
I would love that.
Sure.
Yeah.
How was it for you? Again, easy?
It was very easy, but it's family, love, relationship, and 39, taking the journey down potential. What do I want my family to look like? And so a lot of it was very personal for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of like what ifs. So what's hard about the other lists, you would think going to a Bigfoot convention would be a what if, but to me it's not. To me, I'm like, when I go to that. But this list was more like, well, if this happens, if I become a mom one day, what would I want that to look like? So it was a little bit more, not challenging, but private. You know what I mean? Because it's just something I don't know if it will happen or not.
Right. Things that you don't necessarily want to talk about on here currently.
Yeah.
I respect that. Totally respect that.
But otherwise, it was very easy.
Continue to find ways to connect and grow with my husband.
Love that.
I think that's really important in relationships, and that if you don't continue to grow together, you will separate. So that was number one. Speak about him with positivity as often as I can. Find opportunities not only to himself, but to others as well. Part of this was establishing, for whatever reason, I was in a holiday fit because the holidays are coming up, and it's typically stressful for me. But really trying to lean into the fact that it doesn't have to be. And establishing holiday traditions for our nuclear family that span the test of time. Continue to promote experiences with family over gifts of time, energy, and support. Find ways to experience intimacy with my husband as we age, more than just sexual connection.
Yeah, I think it's so important.
Yeah. We ended up in a conversation with an older person, I won't say who it was, who was basically saying, all men, when they get older, none of them can perform. It's a basic, normal thing. And I didn't think that was the case. And they're like, oh no, all of them. And I was like, I'm from a medical background, and I know that there's multiple Johns, if you will, in the old folks' home that make his way around and have sex with all the women. Yeah. And so John must be an anomaly, I'm guessing. So
this is something we should plan out.
It was an interesting. I was like, oh, maybe. And he was like, is this real? Is this coming for me? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But with menopause, I know it's definitely changed all of that for me.
Right.
So, I can only choose to expect that it will change for him as well.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Find so much gratitude every day for all of our family members and the time we get with them while it lasts.
I love that.
Yeah. Plan and execute a romantic getaway for my husband.
Love that.
Have a boudoir shoot for both of us.
Ooh, love that.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be so cool.
Empowering, I think, in our 50s as like older people, but at the same time, something really would just be private just for us. But I think it would be really empowering. Take a painting class together.
Love that.
Have a family talent show with awards every year.
I will be signing up to sing. Put me down now.
I'm like, how fun is that? Now, whether that's during a vacation or a holiday, I'm not sure exactly, but I think we should have a annual family talent show where we really celebrate everyone's talents. Whether real or perceived.
What you're asking for.
Real or perceived, to come and perform and feel, and the whole stage, the lights, the whole nine. And I feel like I have several grandbabies that would really love this.
Totally.
I have a sister-in-law who would absolutely love this.
Here for it.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Create a family gratitude circle during holiday gatherings, going around and telling each other what you're grateful for about them. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that happens in some circles at Thanksgiving, what you're thankful for. Have a special adventure days for each grandkid throughout the year. So one day where they're just with me and we go on a special adventure. Most of the time I would take them out of school for this because it wouldn't be an adventure if we didn't take them out of school, you know what I mean? Right. I want to take each grandchild on a special trip with just Juju and G Paul when they graduate from high school.
Love that.
So some sort of trip, and I was inspired. I should have tagged it, and I didn't tag it, but it was a video of this woman in her 80s, and she's on a plane, and all these young people around, right? And so she had taken them all on this trip, and now they were taking her on like this Mecca, like historic family trip where she was born to find out where her family was, and every single grandkid pitched in and took her, and they were all with her on that trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to cry. I was like, oh my God, that's so great. I can't imagine. So that'd be awesome. And she just was like genuinely just happy. I would like to have an annual friendship weekend called the Dream Weekend. Rules are that everyone gets an opportunity to have their dreams not only heard, but encouraged and celebrated.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Have a friendship quilt with fabrics brought together from friends and made together. For whatever that is, it could be sewing in. I think it could be themed, you know, like a grief blanket that you bring together. Tell an older woman or mentor that they inspire you while you still can. Send flowers to a friend for no reason. Tell each person in my family one thing I deeply appreciate about them. Create a family audible library for each family member telling stories. Because I think people miss people's voices when they're gone.
Agreed.
So that would be a cool thing.
Totally.
Host a themed dinner night or family shoot where everyone dresses a part.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I think that would be fucking hysterical and fun. Mm-hmm. You know, like a Clue night where everybody has to dress up like a character. Having a Clue night would be cool.
That would be cool.
That was as an example. Take my adult children on a trip overseas somewhere and get to experience them as adults in a foreign land. Just me and them. Just me and the four of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have a yes day with each kid as well as each grandkid each year. Their agenda. And all I get to say is yes.
I love that. And I'm scared for you at the same time.
Yeah, right? How much fun would that be? Oh my God.
So fun.
So much fun. I can only say yes to whatever it is they want me to do with them. Which gets you really scared pretty quickly, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they'd be like, we're going to jump out of a plane. I'll be like, yes. Oh my God. Apologize frequently when love needs it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes being right is not worth it.
Some would say.
You're like, I can't disagree more. Heal a family story by doing something different than generations prior. Ask my husband and kids each year how I can love them better. Practice radical honesty with myself mostly and others as necessary. And I put that because, you know, as we have a frequent conversation about your mind plays tricks on you to keep you comfortable, right? And why do we do that? So how can we be radically honest with ourselves in the pursuit of being the best person we can be.
Right.
Right. And sometimes facing radical truths, whether that's being presented by somebody in your circle, mostly it's your partner. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. It's the person who's closest to you, that lives with you the most, that's triggering the most.
Yeah.
That's why relationships are hard. But also being able to, if somebody does bring something to you, to sit with it and be like, is that true? Is that real? Mm-hmm. Is there credence to that? And not just automatically defend.
Right.
And I do that with myself, right? Yeah. And bring something and, well, that's not, I don't want, we both do it. I can watch us both do it. So, but being radically honest with someone when they're not ready to hear something is also not being kind.
Totally.
So that's why I said to others as necessary, or as they, I guess maybe a better verbiage would be as they request it.
Right.
Because most people don't want to hear your version of that. Right. Unless they're open to, like, what do you think? What's your opinion? What do you see? Right. I trust you. Please.
Otherwise, it's wasting both of your times.
Right. Truly. The other person just feels judged. Right.
Yep.
So as necessary. Love my body exactly where she is. Honor her work in this world. And she's worked.
Yeah.
She's long hours nursing, 4 babies, 2 at a time, 1 time.
Yeah.
Like, my body has put in a ton of work and continues to put in a ton of work and continue to serve me. And I don't give her that credit regularly.
Right.
Sit on a swing, hold hands, and just be silent together. Spend a full day moving slow, completely not rushed, moving in slow love. I wrote that in slow love, and I don't know why I wrote it like that, but it feels that way, right? Like, love to yourself, love to nature, love to the just not rush to get to the next thing.
Yeah. There was a country song when I was growing up. And it goes, I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush and rush until life's no fun. That's right. All I really got to do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry and I don't know why. That's Alabama, maybe.
Cheers
I'm not
to that.
sure. Exactly. Cheers to
that.
maybe Alabama. I can't remember. I have always remembered that song.
Yeah.
Always. Because me, being 10 years old, literally in no rush, anticipated how hard and busy life would be.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, like, okay, if all you really got to do is live and die, what is a rush? And I literally did not
heed any of that caution.
0% of it. But it's so true.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like we put so much on our plates and are constantly like, what next? There's always trying to fit it all in. And the more stuff you have and the more things you have and the more buildings we put up and the more stuff, right? There's just more that comes with it. And, I've questioned myself on this property multiple times, as you know. I've told you that. Like, what have I got myself into? This is a lot of work.
Yep.
Do I need all of this, right?
Yep.
And in some ways, I'm like, no, I am creating a space that my family is going to make a lot of memories on, and I'm also not attached to it. Right. If Stan came to me and was like, we have to sell the house, for whatever reason,
right?
They're putting up an apartment complex across the street, like whatever that is. I will say that I'm completely resolved to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I really am not emotionally tied to it.
Right.
Like that. I'd be like, okay, next chapter, moving on.
Right.
What's next,
Yep.
But there's something about, and I'm going to reference Dr. Zach Bush. I love this dude. And he was a physician who was, look him up if you guys don't know. He's got an organization that helps farmers. But he was a physician who was researching cancer. I might have talked about him before on the pod. Discovered a cure, and then was sequestered basically by Big Pharma. Left research. Was like, what the fuck are we doing? I thought the whole point of my existence was to find this cure, and I found it, and now nobody cares.
Right.
This is bullshit. This is his story. And they were all like, yeah, it's kind of what happens, if it goes counter against what they are going to make money on, they've got a patent on that. And so because they have a patent on the cure, you can't do anything with it. So they've known about your cure for a while, is basically what he said. And so he left that. And so he's been on this. It was a huge, like, it was the beginning of his spiritual awakening, really. And he's been on this huge journey about the earth and how it is. So we are also deeply interconnected and how we are completely at one with the earth and that we're mistreating it. And we need to be really cognizant of all these things and what we're putting on the soil. And, you know, he talks a lot about soil health and all of the pesticides and things we're spraying on it is killing all of the microbiome in the ground. And that's how I first learned about all of that. And which led me into organic gardening and wanting to be out here and grow our own food and all the things. He actually gave everything up after this path. Big position, big house, wife. They ended up divorcing. And he literally gave everything away. And he lives in a shanty in the woods.
Yeah. Good for him.
Lives in a shack, you know? And he's like, it's a nice little shack. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice shack, but it's small. And I don't need very much because I don't need very much.
None of us need very much.
Right.
We think we do. We were told we do. We really don't.
Right. Sold everything. And so he has this company and it's a nonprofit and it's helping all these farmers and he travels across the world and he speaks all the time. But I just thought that was really inspiring. And there's part of that rings true of my soul, you know, that we just want more. And then if I have this, so this place will be right and that'll be right. And this will be the right thing. And versus just being like, do I really need all that?
It can come, it can go.
It can come, it can go. And so it's okay to want it. It's okay to bring it into this world. It's okay to want to grow your own food. But it's also okay not to get yourself wrapped up into it and attached to it and unwilling to let it go.
Well, that's how a lot of people don't do a lot of things, right? Is they're attached to what they have.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless our home and sage each room with love and protection. Hold space for people's tears without the need to fix it. Just witness.
Good luck.
Right. It's really hard for twos, by the way. Trace the lines of my partner's hands and face with reverence. Attend a couples retreat with focus on connection. Wake up early with someone I love just to watch the sunrise, ideally on a beach. And to continue to be curious about my grandchildren and who they truly are and honor that with all that I have. And I was at 37 and I was like,
wow, that was easy.
I could keep going.
You're like, and this was easy.
I could keep going. But some of those are pretty easy to achieve. Simple things. Some of them are long-term, big goals.
But they're all achievable.
Yeah.
I mean, none of those are like...
Right.
Getting my dad to say what he's grateful at Thanksgiving might be, but the rest of it, fine.
He might feel pressured if everybody said that.
He
if everybody went around.
No, he would take that time for a break outside.
At some point, I think nostalgia will take over him because he's a little like Stan. And maybe he'll get nostalgic at some point when he feels like...
I love that you still have hope.
I have hope. I have hope.
Some of us have to. Well, like I mentioned, a lot of mine, I don't really want to dive too much into, but it's funny because my very first one was grow stronger together in my relationship. So, you know, that
was both of our number ones.
I know.
That's crazy.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
I really think for my husband and I, it's just like we've both had really crazy roads. Him a little bit more crazy, obviously. But, you know, all you can do is grow stronger together. Right. And, you know, I made it through year 7 in a relationship, which is pretty crazy for me. We'll be 8 years together in December.
Woohoo!
Never made it past 7. Because I think then I know it's like, okay, I know when you get married, you should think it's a real deal, but not me. I'm like, okay, if we can get through 7 years, I'm fine. Because I get restless so fast, you know, so easy. And I think because of our both chaoticness, it does help with that because it's always a new thing to tackle. You know? So that was definitely number one.
But also you have, you know, you pointed out negative things there, but you have a lot of reasons to connect. You know, shared stories, shared experiences.
Part of the randomness of it all, right? Like, you know, whether it be our love for Halloween and, you know, his willingness to always, I mean, he tries anything I say, let's go try, you know.
You've loved that from the moment you started dating him.
It's always great. Like, even if, like, I was like, there's no way he's going to want to do ballroom dancing. And he was like,
I love it. I love it. Sign me up for more classes. That's what he said.
A sweat towel.
Yeah.
You know?
He can't wait to go back.
And if I want to go on a hike that I even think is a little aggressive, he's like, yeah, no, it's fine. And he never complains. Like, So there's so many wonderful things. But for me, the Achilles heel always is boredom.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, keep it moving.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, I'm grateful that a lot of that was alcohol too. But you know, it's definitely helped. So
good.
Also talked a lot about breaking generational trauma and traditions. So I don't love a lot of traditions because I do feel like a lot of them were stemmed from, you know, obligatory, you're going to be around these people, you're going to do this thing because this is the thing we said we were going to do, versus stemming from a place of like love and gratitude and togetherness or connectiveness. So, you know, Noah and I tried to start new traditions. We did our anniversary hike. I feel like we're both really good at saying like, what feels good, what do we like, and then let's do that every year. Whether we watch the same Halloween movies, you know, right after Halloween, we watch all the Harry Potters, we watch a Thanksgiving movie, Thanksgiving movie. That's a horror movie. We have these things that we do that are so weird and little, whatever. But
carving pumpkins,
and you know, we do this. We do a lot of those things, but just keeping traditions that feel good, not because like it's
obligatory.
But because this is fun, this is good.
Yeah,
and just keep doing those. You know, I think I try to get my brothers to do traditions with me when we all were adults and living on our own, and it was really hard, and no one really wanted to commit to that. And I would like to, now that they're both married, I can bully you and Tori into helping me and making some of those happen with just siblings. Like, you know, there's no reason why we can't be doing things. We don't. So, continue to heal addiction. Like, it doesn't stop after you heal one part of that. And so that's part of loving myself, loving my spouse, my family, is like, what does addiction healing look like? Because it transfers constantly.
Right.
It can transfer into something healthy, it can transfer into something unhealthy, but it's always transferring.
Yeah.
And just continue to keep an eye and pulse on that, just because maybe, you know, playing pickleball and working out 17 times a week is better than getting hammered every day, doesn't mean what is causing some of that. So what are you avoiding? Create space for learning, continuing learning. So I am really passionate about that. I don't want to get to a point where I'm so complacent in my relationship or myself. I don't love myself enough to continue being a learner. Yeah. There's so much to learn here, and being open-minded, and just, I feel that way about other people too, embracing and loving people you don't know who are very different from you, to see what you can learn from them. Right. It's really important to me. Right. This next one's a hard one. Not being afraid of my age.
That's a good one.
So
good one.
You know, I hear people all the time talk about getting older and, oh, if you stand up, your knee cracks. Well, welcome to getting old, you know? And I'm just like, and you know how I feel about that in general. I'm just like, okay, everyone, knock it off. Right. Who cares? Yeah. I've had some rough experiences lately where people think I'm older than I am. And then someone the other day said to me, oh, you're only 39? I can't believe you're only 39. And I was like, mixed signals. And someone then said to me, oh my gosh, you look so good for 39. I'm like, all of these messagings contradicting, but also, what do you mean for 39? Like, 39 is old to you? And then I remember being 20 and 39 was old. Yeah. It's also a country song about that also.
That is. And context is important, right?
Totally.
Who's it coming from? Where is it coming from? And then it's none of your business. Right.
And all that messaging shouldn't matter.
Right.
It shouldn't matter.
Right.
Whatever, if someone thinks I have a grandkid, which happened to me, if someone thinks an adult woman is my child who is only 5 years younger than me, that happened to me.
Well, I still think you're fighting against the real issue. And the real issue is that women are starting to embrace their gray hair. And you are. And it is beautiful.
I have been for a long time.
But people associate gray hair with being old. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, men and women get gray sometimes very, very early.
I started getting gray hair when I was literally 20 years old.
Right. And some people as teenagers start to get gray hair. And I put my foot in my mouth. My best friend in high school, I had kids right out of school, right out of high school. And so, my peers all went off to college and had different lives. And so I was raising babies. They were having college life. So I didn't keep a lot of friendships that we were on two different pages, right?
Right.
And when I saw her after a couple of years, she had some grays. I was like, oh my gosh, you've got gray hair. But her mother, now after that, I think she started coloring it, probably because I said something fucking dumb. But it was because she was 19 years old, 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
But her mom was completely white-headed.
Right.
And I'd never known her not to have white hair.
Right.
So of course she started,
Right.
but you're young and dumb and stupid and
So
you
you
say
say
dumb,
things.
a dumb thing.
Yeah.
And I still to this day can remember it was like in the parking lot of a Lowe's or a Walmart or something that I ran into her. And I felt like an idiot still to this day for saying that to her, because we should be able to embrace what's happening to our hair without coloring it, without putting chemicals on our bodies, without doing all of that. So if you want to color your hair, great. If you don't, great. Don't. And I love that women are embracing their gray hair and saying, fuck these beauty standards.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. I don't want to put that chemical on my hair. I'm going to be gray. And you're going to fucking deal with it.
Right.
But I still think people associate gray hair with age.
Yeah.
And that's not true. Young people get gray hair, period, in the end. And so I think you're unfortunately fighting some of that still, where people think, well, you wouldn't have that on purpose unless you were older.
Right.
Versus just embracing what's happened to you naturally as a young person, So,
and I think more of it than anything else is just being like, when I'm in anywhere, I never think, am I too old for this crowd or am I too whatever? Like, I might be like, it's time for me to go to bed, and where I know the DJ's starting, I might have that question, but like, I don't ever look around and think like, wow, I'm the oldest person here.
Right.
So when other people are constantly bringing up age, and it's happening, this is the time of life where that's happening more for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just not used to it, I don't think.
Yeah.
I've always had friends that are younger. I've had friends that are older. And like, I've just never occurred to me to really even consider it.
Right.
And now people are considering it for me.
Right.
And I don't love that.
Right.
Like, shut your fucking mouth when you're talking to me,
Right.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, shut up.
What'd you say?
Like, I will beat your ass. So
I love it.
Yeah. So
For the record, I love your white hair.
Thank you.
I love it. I think it's what makes the dress look so good. It's like the crown on the cupcake, really. Beautiful.
I will be on a plane going to Las Vegas. Okay. I will get off the plane. I'll get my luggage. I will go to my hotel. Let's say I'm at the Flamingo. Go to the pool at the Flamingo. There's so many people at the pool at the Flamingo.
Right.
Someone will walk up to me and be like, I saw you on the plane. Where I go anywhere, someone's like, I've seen you before. And it's my white hair. It is my head hair. That people are like, I saw your little pineapple sticking out up there.
Right.
It
is your signature.
Yeah. It's never bothered me. I do think I look great with it. I think it really helps the colors of anything that I'm wearing. It's just because
it's the color of hair you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
So of course it looks the best on you. It's the color of hair you're supposed to have. It's literally what your body says.
It's what the mother
happening.
of this earth said you should have. And so I'm having it.
Speaking from someone who lightens her hair, and mostly because I like it lighter. I think my curls look more defined that way. I've gone dark and I've kept it dark, and I didn't love it. I think I could go darker and just have a few highlights instead of having a lot of highlights. But it's
everyone could do what they want. That's what's great.
It's my signature look too. My kid found me at a fucking baseball game when we went with the realtors.
Yeah.
He saw me from far away, and he took a picture of me and sent it to me, and he's like, I see you.
Yeah.
And it's like a glowing beacon. Well, I had no idea that's what my head looked like from afar.
Well, that's what really bothers me, I think, in general about beauty standards right now, is why does everyone want to look the same?
Right.
That's weird to me. I love that you're so unique that your kid knows exactly where you are and who you are because about what you look. Yeah. I love that people always know where I am constantly all the time. Like, I just think it's a weird thing.
Both of our hairs is like a bright glowing sun glow.
Yes.
He took that picture and I was like, well, goddamn, no wonder people are like, yeah, I knew that was you. I knew that was your hair. And I was like, I've never appreciated it from this angle. I had no idea that's what how people experience me.
And I do think too, like, I used to dye my hair just to match my white and gray because I still have dark hair coming in, especially like in the back. And it does kind of, sometimes I'm like, I don't love the way that looks in the back because the dark underneath it. It's not because of the gray, it's because of the dark underneath it.
Right.
And I was dyeing that to just make it mesh in.
Right.
And I decided not to spend money on that.
Yeah.
And I think that is what's really causing the scene
Yeah.
of the age police.
Yeah.
Is seeing the darkness under in the back. You could tell it's gray.
It's real.
Not platinum.
It's real. Yeah.
And that's, goes into my next one on here. Is just continue taking care of my health.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I can't love myself or anybody else if I'm not taking care of my health.
Right.
And I'm just not willing, if I have the extra funds to either get a deep tissue massage or color this hair, I promise you.
Massage.
I promise you.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing things to take care of my health, not to meet a standard.
Yeah.
So, strong family identity for my immediate family. This thing I'll probably work on until I'm literally at my funeral. I'll be like, fine. But getting rid of the I'm better off alone mentality and that I don't need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably a lifelong journey for me. My North Node is in Aries. I'm trying, but it is hard and I don't like it.
I'll do it myself.
And I don't want to ask for help. And I probably could just do everything by myself, actually. So I should be alone and I should sabotage all my relationships.
Not anymore.
On it. I am.
Not anymore.
Setting and keeping boundaries, I think, super important. Strengthening my relationship with my brothers. Continue to grow my sister-in-law relationships. Never being too busy for family. Planning family trips. Plan dinners and small gatherings. Being present with my husband. And if we were to have a child, making sure that's number one. Letting go of expectations for my family unit. Being authentic to others. So being authentic myself. So others feel empowered and able to be authentically themselves. And then just celebrating my body at every chance I get. I'm not too bad at that. So
we already did it today. Hey.
I love a mirror.
Today was video day.
It was a video
The
day.
gym.
Back is popping, honey. So just keep doing that, know? Yeah. And then there's a lot of things on here too about
I would have never videotaped myself at the gym, by the way, ever. And the fact that you do it and I'm like, wow, that's impressive. Like the way she looks from the back, like doing this exercise is real fucking impressive. Like your muscles and the definition and how strong you are and how much weight you can pull. And, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, she's lost some weight.
Yeah.
When you see how much weight she's pulling every day and what her muscles look like on those videos, you're like, damn.
Well, it's a big deal. I think that's one of the main things that drives me insane is we measure our body based upon a number on a scale and all these other things when there's a million other ways to understand progress and to rate your progress and to see growth. Like it's not just that. And that's why I was like, well, I'm going to record you because your back also looks so strong.
I know.
But how often
it's changed a lot since we started, and I would never be able to see that. I know I'm doing more weight and I know that, I feel stronger and I know that my body, I no longer feel like I need to go to a physical therapist because my back hurts. I jump out of bed, nothing hurts, like other than being sore from the gym.
Right.
But it turns out all of my physical therapy problems was because I was a fucking weak ass, out of shape bitch. That's what was happening. And I was out of shape and I need to get my ass in the fucking gym.
But it's so nice to say like, whoa, look at my back. Look at those muscles. Look at what I am able to accomplish. Like all these other things are going so well, but also I can see it. Yeah. It just might not be a number on a scale.
Right.
And I feel like, some days are better than others. I pretty much made peace with that. But videos for me are key to understanding and feeling good about where I'm at. Because I could be.
Because it is slow progress.
Totally.
If you're doing it by lifting weights and not killing yourself doing extreme dieting, it does take a long time. And the older you get, the longer it takes.
Well, and I think too, if you do struggle with it, going back and forth with weight, being 260 versus now being 160, I see the same thing in the mirror.
Yeah.
I see the exact same thing. It doesn't matter. You have the same areas that mentally look the same when you look in a mirror without clothes on that look that same way. Yeah. And sometimes it looked better before.
Yeah.
My thighs, I feel like look better at 260 than they do at 160 because of what bothers me mentally, right? Yeah. So there's just all these things. I just want to continue being grateful for how strong I am and for being capable of doing it. And every time I hurt myself, I think I will die without the gym. And it gives me a whole new sense of gratitude and thankfulness for the capability of my body.
Yeah.
And for being able just to get up and go to the gym every single day. And that's why I don't like to miss. That's why I prioritize it over everything else.
Right.
Is because I'm like, well, I still can.
Yeah.
What if one day I can't?
Yeah. Well, I think you've gotten at least where you've taken days where you are tired, like something's really bothering you and you really can't.
Yeah, if I can't walk,
your knees fucking 6 times its size because you've had a pickleball injury. If you've taken time off the gym when it's really necessary, probably not as much time as I would have liked for you to take off the gym. But you at least did.
I adapted the workouts.
You adapted the workouts to where you could continue.
For 2 whole weeks.
You did. And even more after that, you were still. I can still watch you be ginger with it.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to kill yourself. You're not maxing out on things like you were if it involves your knees.
I can normally do like 360 leg press. I did like 200 this week.
Right.
That's progress for me.
That's right.
So, a lot on my list is with my relationship with my husband because I, left to my own devices, will prioritize all the other 7 categories than self-love and my relationship with my husband, just because that's just been the way I've operated, and I'm slowly undoing a lot of that. Stopping drinking has helped a huge amount with reprioritizing life and aligning myself in the right career that makes the most sense for me. And it's just the continuing process of how do I show up for myself? How do I show up for my husband? I always show up for my friends. I try really hard to always show up for my family, but being more intentional with those relationships. So.
Yeah. Same way with friends. I didn't put that on my list, but it's on my radar to sort of, I think making new friends as an adult, especially over 50, is harder. It becomes harder. People I feel like already have their friend groups, they have their niches, so breaking into that, and it's what I love about the gym girls in some ways, is because that's a whole new group, and we are becoming tight without, like, the gym is allowing that to happen,
right?
And now it's expanding into other things, and people are coming into our other groups that maybe you wouldn't have without that spot to meet at the gym. And so you never know where that's going to come from. But also, if I like somebody, even somebody that we've interviewed, and I like their energy, I'm being real intentional about reaching back out. Do you want to have coffee? Do you want to hang out? Like, trying to build some new healthy friendships with people that I like. Wow, this person is really interesting, and I really dig spending more time with them, I think, Right. Drill for Life, Ashley Lemon, love her. Like, all over her stuff. We went to her event, wanted to go to her 401k, like commenting on all of her trips. Like, the fact that they just
I love that you did call it a 401k instead of a 5k.
Is that what I just said?
I'm like, damn, she got money on the brain.
5k, I bet. I have been dealing with my 401k for days. Actually, months. I'm trying to transfer it. Anyway.
Seeped in. That's not much.
5k.
Yeah.
For fundraising purposes.
Yes.
That I can't be a part of. But she's doing great things, so I want to hang out with her more. So I've been actively reaching out.
Yeah, and being
intentional. And being real intentional about it, and scheduling time with people that I find fascinating and interesting, that fill my cup, and and also that I think I can learn things from.
Totally.
I love to hang out with women that I'm like, I could definitely learn a thing or two from this person.
Totally.
For sure. Like, I want to hang out with her and see what she says about all kinds of things.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I've just been trying to be more intentional about that piece of it to kind of expand my friend circle in this time and age. So
I love that. Yeah. Well, these lists continue to be inspiring and keep me thinking. And we only have 3 more lists to get through.
I know.
So
I know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far.
Yeah. Remember to, if you're doing these, share them on your story, share a few of them and tag us in it and what category they're in. We would love to see it.
If this resonates, you guys, again, get your family members, your sisters, your sister-in-laws, all your friends, have them do this list with you. It is really cool. It's really empowering, and we hope you share it.
Totally. Make sure to give us a like on Facebook, Instagram, follow us on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
And if you're a long-term listener and you're listening to this and you've not reviewed us yet,
please
shame on you.
Please do. We need it.
We need it. Please do it.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Love you guys.